Hi, my name is Peter McLaughlin. I have lived and worked in Taiwan as an English teacher now for over 20 years. The majority of my time here has been teaching kindergarten, and the law I want to discuss is that
it is against the law for foreigners to teach English in kindergartens.
That's right. It's currently illegal for native English teachers to be teaching children under the age of 5. However, English kindergartens are everywhere. They are practically on every street corner. Despite it being currently illegal, there is an incredibly high demand from parents especially for native English kindergarten teachers. Many Taiwanese kids begin learning English at the age of 2 and 3, and often parents are keen for their children to have perfect English to further their career prospects, and also as a point of pride. As such, the government tends to turn a blind eye to their own law. So why does the government say it's illegal? Well, there seems to be 3 main reasons.
First, it prevents student involvement in local culture. Second, to protect jobs for the domestic economy. And third, to protect kindergartners from being overschooled.
Okay, so let's look and analyze these 3 main points.
Many students in a bilingual education program find themselves making friends with only those who are in the same class. That may expose the student to new cultures, but it also widens the culture gap being experienced at the local level because it's created a unique culture between the 2 language extremes.
I understand this argument, but can't find much in the way of research supporting it. Personally, I have 2 children here, both of whom attended a bilingual school, and they appear to have a very little problem adopting the local Taiwanese culture. It's actually the Western culture they find more difficult to adopt. This is maybe because once they are outside of school, everything becomes more or less Taiwanese. Language, people they meet, kids at the park, family, and even most of the media they watch.
I can understand that Taiwanese government wants to take care of Taiwanese teachers first. Making sure the local jobs and careers are more secure is obviously a priority. After all, they are the people that vote.
On the other hand, a foreign teacher is usually brought into a school from outside and joins the Taiwanese homeroom teacher in class. Therefore, it can be argued that no job is really lost. I guess you could say that they don't have to hire a foreign teacher, but instead can hire a local Taiwanese teacher who is proficient in English. Though in Taiwan there's always been a shortage of English-speaking teachers, and demand is often high for both local and foreign teachers to teach English in schools. So much so that now many schools are employing non-native speakers to teach English, such as Filipinos and Eastern Europeans, something that would never have happened, say, in Taiwan 5 years ago.
The theory here is that kindergarten is a crucial time for learning the basics. There are more important concepts and skills that these young children need to learn, such as counting, reading and writing. Therefore, giving priority to learning a foreign language at this early age could possibly be a waste of time.
With regards to kids being overworked, apparently children aged 2 to 5 have fewer workloads than people from other age groups, which means they have more time to devote to accumulating vocabulary and perfecting critical skills. Furthermore, the majority of young people can assimilate the information they receive effortlessly and subconsciously, which enables them to overcome language learning problems that adults usually experience. For instance, hesitation to speak English and lack of self-confidence are what deter the adults, teens, and even elementary kids from reaching speaking proficiently, whereas kindergarten children don't have the same self-consciousness or self-awareness. What impact does this have on the schools, teachers, and students? Well, because the law is largely ignored, parents and students are pretty much unaffected. It has very little impact on the schools too. Occasionally officers who work for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs may turn up to the school and check whether there are foreign teachers at the school. And if the school is hiring illegals, they may face a hefty fine, but this is a very rare event. I guess the only people truly affected by this law are the foreign teachers themselves. If the foreign teacher is illegally working, they could face deportation because teaching is illegal and sometimes off the books. They don't have the same stability that other jobs might offer. The schools may often pay under the table, therefore they could miss out on basic rights such as health and labour insurance, as well as certain labour rights and paid vacation, maternity leave. Finally, I think on this one the pros far outweigh the cons. It seems more political than practical. Despite some disadvantages involved in learning English during early childhood, it's highly recommended that children should be exposed to this language as soon as possible to progress towards English proficiency. And I'm not the only one in thinking this. As of last year, Tsai Ing-wen, the Taiwanese president, has been pushing for Taiwan to become a bilingual country by 2030. High schools, both public and private, are now looking for qualified non-native speakers in the school system and elementary and high schools. And there's even talk of changing the laws to allow foreign teachers to teach in kindergarten too. The Minister of Education last year presented a report about the issue to the Premier, explaining how to let English language education take root and which laws to amend. The meeting discussed that learning a language at the earliest age possible would bear the best results, and since the Ministry has been instructed to research the possibility of amending the existing ban on English education in kindergarten. So, let's see what happens.